Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. In continuation of the series, why Peter Obi will become president through the courts, we are looking at the request by Inec to reconfigure the beavers machine, which has raised integrity questions concerning the Inec. And we're going to look at it and then look at how the Peter Obi legal team are handling this issue, because this issue is critical to the success or failure of the Peter Obi quest to prove that he won the February 25, 2023 presidential election. Now, Inec decision to approach the Court of Appeal in Abuja for an order varying the permission the court had previously granted Labour Party to inspect materials used by the Commission in the conduct of the February 25 presidential election has elicited questions about the integrity of the recently held poll. Inec said the request was predicated on the need to reconfigure the bimodal voter accreditation system used in the presidential election. Now, Inec is requesting from the courts to reconfigure them for the March 11 governorship and State House of Assembly elections. However, some IT experts have unanimously said that granting the order will allow the electoral body to tamper with the evidence and compromise the pending litigation on the controversial poll and further worsen the credibility of the entire process. So the IT experts believe that Inec does not need to reconfigure the beavers ahead of the gubernatorial and State House of Assembly elections. So there are IT experts who are saying you don't need to reconfigure, INEC don't need to reconfigure this beavers machine. And they are alleging that it is a ploy to tamper with the machine, with the data inside the machine. That's what they're arguing. Now, we know that the presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku, and the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi had in their challenge of the outcome of the presidential election recently obtained the order of the courts to inspect materials used in the conduct of the poll, including the beavers. Inec had declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, winner of the presidential election, which was marred by technical challenges and irregularities. The controversial poll has been rejected by the two leading opposition parties and had been criticized by the international observers and civil society organizations within the country. They have been criticized because many local and international observers agreed that the last election did not meet requirement for free, fair, and transparent election. The Court of Appeal, presided by Justice Joseph Ikash, had last Friday, while delivering ruling in two separate applications, permitted Atiku and Obi to inspect the said materials, which they intended to use in improving their allegations of non-compliance and rigging of the poll. The appellate court, ruling in an ex parte application, permitted Atiku and Obi to inspect all the electoral materials used in the conduct of the election for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, held on February 25, 2023. The court also permitted Atiku and Obi to do electronic scanning and or make photocopies of voters' registration and ballot papers used in the presidential election. In addition, both Atiku and Obi were by the order permitted to carry out digital forensic inspection of beavers used for the conduct of the February 25 presidential election. However, Inec, in a fresh application, asked the appellate court to vary the order so as to allow it to reconfigure the beavers machine for use in the March 11 governorship and House of Assembly elections. Okay, that's the request for it. Now, hearing for this matter now has been fixed for Wednesday, March 8th, just in a few hours' time. This matter will be decided, and the decision will have impact on the capacity of Peter Obi, especially, and Atiku Abubakar, to be able to prove their case. According to a source in Inec, the application became necessary following an order restraining the commission from tampering with the information embedded in the beavers machine until due inspection was conducted and certified through copies issued to the applicants. Inec, it was gathered that Inec also needed sufficient time to reconfigure the beavers to be used during this Saturday's poll, holding in 36 states of the Federation, with the exemption of Abuja. So Inec said that they need to reconfigure this, and they need to do it on time, unless if the election for governor and state house of assembly will be postponed. But you heard that IT experts said you can use this machine without reconfiguring the machine. But INEC don't want to listen to that. But I think they have to be made to listen to it by the legal team of Peter Obi. The court also permitted Atiku and Obi to do electronic scanning or make photocopies of voters' registration and ballot papers used in the presidential election. In addition, both Atiku and Obi are permitted to carry out digital forensic inspection of beavers machine used for the conduct of the presidential election. Okay, so what this means is that INEC is insisting on doing forensic or doing reconfiguring the beavers machine. Excuse me. Now, this is a serious matter, especially given the kind of information that is in the beavers. Now, INEC itself said that they must use this, they must reconfigure these machines, these BVAS machines, which are about 176,000 of them that was used for the presidential election, so that they could be able to conduct Saturday's election. So it is getting intense now, because the beavers contain information that is critical for Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. But right now, it is Peter Obi that is really serious about this matter. And I will tell you why. And I will explain to you why Peter Obi is more serious about this than Atiku. Because Atiku is looking for a different thing. Right now, Atiku is looking for cancellation of the whole election, so that fresh election will be held. But Peter Obi believed that he won this election, and that if the proper votes are tabulated, and the extraneous votes that were added to APC and PDP are cut off, that he is going to have the highest number of votes cast, and he will meet the geographic spread to be declared president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. That was why you can see that Atiku Abubakar, in the last demonstration they did to the Inec headquarters, one of the things they are demanding is that the election should be cancelled. But PWB believe that if the election cannot be cancelled, the one that was done, if the data I looked into very well, that he won the election. And that is what he wants to prove. And this beavers is critical to PWB proving his case. That is why this is very key, that it is handled right. It is very key that it is handled right. Meanwhile, the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has selected Wednesday, that's in a few hours' time, Wednesday, March 8th, 2023, to consider the merit of the application the INEC filed to be allowed to reconfigure the beavers it used for the last presidential election. A three-man panel of the appellate court adjourned to rule on the application on a day that Labour Party and its candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, filed a fresh application to be allowed to conduct a physical inspection of all the beavers that was used for the presidential poll. You know what? I like what Peter Obi and his team did. They have a very proactive team. When they heard that INEC has rushed to the court to set aside their application, that INEC should not be allowed to tamper with the beavers, they now rush back again to file another application so that they should be allowed, if the appeal court want to allow INEC to reconfigure the beavers, first of all, they should allow Peter Obi and his team to be able to carry out forensic inspection of it, so that they can extract the data they needed to prove their case. Okay? Obi and Labour Party, through the team of lawyers led by Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu, SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. I have told you about this Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu. He is the lawyer leading the P2B legal team. He was the one that worked with P2B and helped him to win all the victories P2B won in Anambra State. He helped P2B to regain his mandate in 2006. He helped P2B to regain his mandate when he was illegally impeached. He helped P2B to enjoy 4-year first-term tenure, which was cut short by the federal government election that was held when P2B still have 3 more years to stay in office. And the Supreme Court ruled in the favor of P2B that a governor of a state, his tenure begins from the day that he was sworn in. So this is a man who knows what he's doing in the legal field. So this shows that they are proactive, because once INEC made the move, they also came in to be able to counter them, to be able to take advantage of the situation, whatever they can make out of it. So the P2B team said that the essence of the application was to enable them to extract data embedded in the beavers, which represent the actual results from polling units. So P2B team rushed to the court to remind the court, the court, that look, let us extract information first from these beavers before you allow INEC to reconfigure it. That's uh, the whole essence of the P2B legal team rushing to the court. And on Wednesday, uh, March 8th, all of us will learn what the Honorable Court will decide. And we hope they will do the right thing. The P2B team equally applied to obtain the certified true copies of all the data in the beavers. And Ipazu said that this is to ensure that evidence is preserved before the beavers are reconfigured by INEC. He said that this is because if they are wiped out, it will affect the substance of the case. However, INEC lawyers are resisting this because their own thinking is that they have 176,000 beavers that was deployed, allowing P2B and his lawyers to do forensic inspection of it before they will be allowed to reconfigure it. That is going to affect the election. The election might even have to be postponed. Well, left for me, if the election had to be postponed, let it be postponed, but at least let the right thing be done. But we have to wait and see what the court will say. Because INEC is also arguing that that no data inside the beavers will be lost, and that they have a back end where they can store the data from the beavers to ensure that they are not lost. But we know that anything that INEC tells you, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. INEC has been lying to Nigerians, especially this present INEC. The things they told Nigerians that they would do on election day on February 25, they didn't do it. So why should anybody believe them that they will be able to preserve all the data, extract the data, and store it in their own back end system? It's difficult to accept this, but I believe that P2B has capable lawyers and technical team that should be able to present a solid case that will ensure that the evidence that he's looking for in the beavers is not tampered with, is not destroyed by any means whatsoever, because it is critical to prove the case that he won the election. And I told you that P2B believes strongly that he won this election. And I told you that P2B is not a man who is not a man in frivolities. He will not embark on this journey to reclaim his mandate if he was absolutely sure that he didn't win the election. He will not embark on a journey of this nature without being sure what he's doing. It is because he believed that he won the election and he is ready to prove it. And this beavers is key to proving that case. And I hope that the judges will be fair-minded and that they will allow his team to extract the information they needed from the beavers to prove their case, and ensure that justice is done. that's where this is where I'm going to stop this particular video, and we are going to look at what the court will say in a few hours' time. Uh, Whether they will agree with Inec or they will agree with P2B's side. But whatever may be the case, I believe that the justices should allow justice to be done so that P2B's quest to regain his mandate will not be jeopardized by tampering of evidence by INEC and its officials. Thank you and God bless you. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.